They look harmless. They taste familiar, but could these foods be fueling hidden changes linked to breast cancer? Most seniors believe that simply avoiding obvious junk food is enough. They trust labels that say low fat or high in calcium. They assume if something was popular decades ago, it must still be safe. But the truth is, science has uncovered hidden carcinogens and dietary triggers. These things can quietly fuel inflammation, lead to weight gain, and ultimately raise your breast cancer risk. This is not about fear. It's about clarity and empowerment. Because once you know what's really inside your daily meals, you can make small, powerful changes. Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Emily Carter. I'm so glad you're here with me on Healthy Aging, a cozy little space where we talk about simple, helpful ways to stay healthy, strong, and joyful every day. For over 20 years, I've helped seniors reclaim their health by understanding the impact of nutrition. And today, we're going to look closely at 3 foods that seem harmless, even healthy, but can undermine your defenses against breast cancer. Breast cancer affects millions of women worldwide, and after 60, risk factors grow stronger. Hormonal changes, slower metabolism, cumulative exposure to certain chemicals. All these things add up. That's why paying attention to what you put on your plate each day matters more than ever. In this episode, you'll also discover 3 simple alternatives, foods proven to help fight inflammation and reduce your cancer risk. They're not expensive. They're not complicated. They're just smarter choices based on decades of research into cancer prevention and healthy aging. Here's what we know from studies on senior nutrition. High-sugar dairy products can disrupt insulin balance and fuel hidden inflammation. Processed meats contain compounds classified as carcinogens by the World Health Organization. Refined grains, like white bread and white rice, create blood sugar spikes that can quietly damage your cells. Over time, I want you to imagine the freedom that comes from eating in a way that defends your body instead of slowly harming it. Imagine sharing meals with your family, knowing you're protecting your health for years to come. That's why I'm here, to give you clear, science-backed guidance. Guidance that empowers you to make confident decisions. Because when it comes to breast cancer prevention, knowledge truly is power. So today, let's take a closer look together. We'll start with one of the most surprising foods, a product you might have in your refrigerator right now, believing it helps your digestion and bone health, but the real story behind it will make you think twice. Let's begin with the first hidden danger: sugary flavored yogurt. Let's start with one of the most common foods many seniors trust: flavored yogurt. You might see it in bright packages, promising probiotics, calcium, digestive health. It's often marketed as a smart choice for women over 60 who want to maintain bone strength and regular digestion. But hidden beneath the sweet taste and smooth texture is a serious concern for breast cancer prevention. Most flavored yogurts contain large amounts of added sugar, sometimes as much as 4 or 5 teaspoons in a single serving. High sugar intake over time can lead to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Both of these factors have been linked to higher breast cancer risk, especially in postmenopausal women. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Cancer found that women who consumed more than 25 grams of added sugar daily had significantly increased levels of inflammatory markers in their blood over the years. That steady inflammation can damage healthy cells, disrupt hormones, and create an environment where cancer is more likely to grow. Teresa Walker, or Tess, as her friends call her, is 61 years old. For years, she believed she was eating well, starting every morning with a cup of strawberry yogurt. It felt like a simple ritual to support her digestion and give her energy. But during her annual checkup, her doctor noticed higher fasting, glucose levels, and elevated inflammatory markers. When Tess learned how much hidden sugar she was consuming each day, she was shocked. It is important to remember. The label natural or probiotic does not always mean a product is healthy. Many brands use concentrated fruit puree, syrups, or added sweeteners to improve taste and shelf life. Even low-fat or fat-free yogurts often replace fat with more sugar to maintain a creamy texture. If you are trying to lower your breast cancer risk, monitoring sugar intake is one of the most effective steps you can take by reducing added sugars. You help your body maintain balanced insulin, reduce inflammation, and support a healthier weight. These factors all play a major role in cancer prevention. You deserve to feel confident about the foods you choose each day. You deserve to know what is really inside that familiar container in your fridge. And you deserve guidance rooted in science, not marketing slogans. Tess made a simple switch to plain, unsweetened yogurt with fresh berries. Within a few months, her blood sugar stabilized, her energy improved, and she felt empowered to keep making healthier choices. Next, I will show you exactly why plain yogurt is a smarter option for seniors and how it can support breast cancer defense without sacrificing taste or nutrition. Let's explore this healthy alternative together. Now, let's explore why plain, unsweetened yogurt is such a valuable alternative, especially for seniors who want to reduce their breast cancer risk. Plain yogurt may look simple, but it offers powerful benefits that go far beyond convenience or taste. First, plain yogurt contains live cultures, beneficial bacteria called probiotics. These friendly microbes help maintain a healthy gut microbiome. A balanced gut plays a surprisingly important role in regulating inflammation and supporting immune defenses. Research shows chronic inflammation over time can contribute to higher breast cancer risk. Plain yogurt is also naturally rich in protein. Protein supports muscle maintenance and helps you feel satisfied as we age. Keeping a healthy weight and preserving muscle are critical for cancer prevention and overall health. Unlike sugary flavored varieties, plain yogurt provides nourishment without triggering sudden spikes in blood sugar or insulin. This helps stabilize energy levels and reduces metabolic stress. Another factor connected to breast cancer development, calcium and vitamin D in plain yogurt offer protective benefits too. Studies suggest adequate calcium intake may help regulate cell growth in breast tissue and reduce the likelihood of abnormal changes. Vitamin D supports immune function and has been associated with reduced risk of several cancers, including breast cancer. Many seniors worry that switching to plain yogurt means sacrificing flavor. But the good news is you can customize it in ways that keep meals enjoyable and satisfying. Adding fresh berries provides natural sweetness along with antioxidants. These antioxidants help neutralize free radicals and protect healthy cells. A sprinkle of chopped nuts or seeds offers healthy fats and extra fiber. This promotes fullness and stable blood sugar. If you prefer a little tang, a squeeze of fresh lemon or a few slices of kiwi can brighten the taste without adding processed sugar. These simple adjustments turn plain yogurt into a nutrient-dense meal or a snack that truly supports your body's natural defenses. When you compare plain yogurt to sugary options, the choice becomes clear. You are choosing to reduce hidden carcinogens, stabilize insulin levels, and nourish your body with essential nutrients. You are also sending a message to yourself that your health and longevity matter, that small changes can have a big impact. Breast cancer prevention is not about perfection or restriction. It is about creating habits that align with your goals and your values. Every meal is an opportunity to make decisions that protect your well-being and support your energy. Next, we will look at another common food many seniors rely on: processed meats, While they seem convenient and tasty, there is strong evidence linking them to increased cancer risk. Let's take a closer look at why processed meats deserve special caution and explore how you can replace them with safer, healthier proteins. Now, let's turn our attention to another common food many seniors eat several times a week: processed meats. Items like ham, bacon, sausages, and deli slices. They are often seen as convenient sources of protein. They're easy to prepare. They last longer in the refrigerator. They fit into familiar recipes. But when it comes to breast cancer prevention, processed meats deserve serious caution. Processed meats are defined as any meat preserved through salting, curing, smoking, or adding chemical preservatives. This category includes many products you might find in a typical grocery store deli section. While they may look harmless, decades of research have linked regular consumption to higher cancer risk. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen. This means there is strong evidence that eating these foods increases cancer risk in humans. Most studies have focused on colorectal cancer, but emerging research shows a similar trend with breast cancer. One reason processed meats are so concerning is the presence of nitrates and nitrites. These compounds are used to preserve color and prevent spoilage. However, when they are exposed to high heat, or even during digestion, they can form nitrosamines, chemicals known to damage DNA over time. This damage can contribute to the development of cancer cells. Processed meats are also typically high in saturated fat and salt. A diet rich in saturated fat has been associated with increased inflammation and higher estrogen levels. Both factors play a role in breast cancer development. Excess salt intake may also disrupt healthy cell function and contribute to chronic health issues that weaken the body's defenses. It is important to recognize simply eating processed meats occasionally will not guarantee cancer, but when they become a regular part of your diet, the cumulative effect over years can quietly raise your risk. Seniors are especially vulnerable because their natural cell repair processes slow down with age. This makes it harder to correct DNA damage. The good news is, you have control over this risk factor. You do not have to give up all sources of protein. You simply need to choose alternatives that nourish your body without hidden carcinogens. Lean poultry, fresh fish, and plant-based proteins can provide the nutrition you need. They help maintain strength and energy without the same level of risk. When you understand how these foods impact your health, you can make decisions that reflect your commitment to longevity and vitality. Every meal you prepare is an opportunity to protect your body and support your well-being. Next, I will walk you through why lean meats and gently cooked fish are excellent choices for seniors. You will see how these options can help you enjoy satisfying meals while reducing breast cancer risk. Let's take a closer look at these healthier protein alternatives together. After learning about the risks of processed meats, you might wonder, which proteins can better support breast cancer prevention and overall health? The answer is simpler than you might think: lean white meats and gently cooked fish. Let's start with lean poultry, such as skinless chicken or turkey breast. These cuts are naturally low in saturated fat and do not contain the nitrates or nitrites found in processed meats. This means you can enjoy high-quality protein without worrying about hidden carcinogens. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle strength, supporting a healthy metabolism, and keeping you satisfied between meals. For seniors, adequate protein helps prevent muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. This loss can lead to weakness and a higher risk of falls. Another excellent option is fish, especially when it is steamed or baked instead of fried. Cold water fish, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, provide a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats have been shown to reduce inflammation, an important factor In breast cancer development, omega-3s also support heart health, brain function, and overall longevity. Some people worry that fish might be difficult to prepare or too expensive, but simple cooking methods can make it both affordable and approachable. Steaming fish with a few herbs and a squeeze of lemon keeps the texture tender and preserves nutrients. Baking fish in foil with vegetables is another easy way to create a balanced meal without added unhealthy fats. When you replace processed meats with lean white meats and fish, you also reduce your intake of excess sodium and unhealthy additives over time. This change can help you maintain better blood pressure, a healthier weight, and a stronger immune system. All of these contribute to cancer prevention. Research has consistently found that diets higher in lean proteins and healthy fats are associated with lower inflammation and reduced cancer risk. In contrast, diets rich in processed meats and saturated fats promote chronic inflammation and increase the likelihood of developing serious illnesses. It is important to remember, every meal you prepare is a chance to make choices aligned with your goals for healthy aging. You do not need to be perfect. Instead, focus on progress, choosing lean poultry or fish more often, and gradually reducing processed meats over weeks and months. These small changes add up to meaningful improvements in your health and resilience. You deserve to feel confident that the food you put on your plate supports your body instead of harming it. You deserve to know that you are taking simple, evidence-based steps to reduce your breast cancer risk. Next, we will look at another common staple. Many seniors rely on refined carbohydrates, like white bread and white rice. These foods may seem harmless, but they can quietly disrupt your metabolism and increase inflammation. Let's explore why refined grains deserve caution and how you can swap them for whole grain options that better protect your health. Now, let's focus on another group of foods that often appear harmless. Refined carbohydrates, like white bread and white rice. Many seniors grew up believing these staples were the foundation of a healthy diet. They are familiar, affordable, and easy to prepare. But when it comes to breast cancer prevention and healthy aging, refined grains deserve careful consideration. Refined grains are processed to remove the bran and germ. What's left is mainly the starchy endosperm. This process strips away most of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals. These are the nutrients that help slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar. As a result, foods made with refined grains can cause rapid spikes in glucose and insulin levels after meals. Over time, this pattern can lead to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Two factors strongly linked to increased breast cancer risk, especially in postmenopausal women. A diet high in refined carbohydrates can also contribute to weight gain, particularly around the abdomen. Excess abdominal fat is metabolically active. It can produce hormones and inflammatory compounds that promote cancer development. Maintaining a stable weight and a healthy metabolism is essential for reducing risk. Another important concern: refined grains often displace more nutrient-dense foods. When white bread or white rice make up a large portion of your diet, you miss opportunities to get antioxidants, phytochemicals, and fiber. These compounds support your body's natural defenses. Whole grains, legumes, vegetables, and fruits. They all provide protective compounds that help lower inflammation and protect healthy cells from damage. It is worth noting, refined carbohydrates are not only in obvious forms like sandwich bread, they also appear in many packaged foods, including crackers, instant cereals, and processed snacks. Marketed as convenient reading labels, carefully can help you avoid hidden sources of fast-digesting starches. Some seniors feel reluctant to make changes because these foods are comforting and tied to memories of family meals. I understand that connection, but you can honor those traditions while still making adjustments that serve your health. Small steps, like choosing brown rice instead of white rice or whole grain bread instead of white bread. These changes can gradually transform your meals without feeling overwhelming. Every choice you make to replace refined carbohydrates with whole grain options is a step toward stabilizing blood sugar, supporting a healthy weight, and reducing inflammation. These benefits are powerful tools in your commitment to breast cancer prevention and longevity. You deserve to feel strong and confident in the decisions you make about what you eat. You deserve to know that every meal is an opportunity to protect your health rather than silently undermine it. Next, I will show you how whole grains can provide satisfying, delicious alternatives that help you feel energized and nourished. Let's explore these smart swaps together so you can create meals that truly support your well-being. Now, let's talk about whole grains and why they are such an important part of a cancer prevention diet, especially for seniors. Concerned about breast cancer, whole grains are different from refined grains because they retain all three parts of the grain: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. This means they keep the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, and protective plant compounds that support your health in powerful ways. One of the most important benefits of whole grains is their ability to stabilize blood sugar levels, unlike white bread or white rice, which cause quick spikes in glucose. Whole grains release their carbohydrates more slowly. This steady release helps maintain balanced insulin, reduces metabolic stress, and supports a healthier weight over time. All of these factors are linked to lower breast cancer risk. Whole grains are also excellent sources of dietary fiber. Fiber helps feed beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation and support immune function. A healthy gut environment is essential for protecting your body against chronic diseases, including cancer. Examples of nutritious whole grains include brown rice, quinoa, oats, barley, and whole grain breads or pastas. Even simple swaps, like replacing white rice with brown rice or using oatmeal instead of instant cereal, can provide meaningful improvements. In Your Nutrition, research has shown that diets rich in whole grains are associated with lower levels of inflammation markers in the blood and a reduced risk of several cancers. One study published in the International Journal of Cancer found that women who ate more whole grains had a significantly lower risk of developing breast cancer compared to those who consumed mostly refined grains. Another advantage: whole grains are naturally filling. Because they are high in fiber and nutrients, they help you feel satisfied longer. This can prevent overeating and support a healthy weight, especially important for seniors who want to maintain energy and avoid gradual weight gain. That increases cancer risk. Some people worry that switching to whole grains means giving up flavor or convenience, but many whole grain products are easy to prepare and taste delicious. Cooking brown rice in broth, adding herbs to quinoa, or topping oatmeal with berries and nuts. These simple touches can transform whole grains into satisfying meals you look forward to eating. You deserve to enjoy meals that are both nourishing and delicious. You deserve to feel confident that the foods you choose each day are supporting your body and protecting you from disease. Next, I will summarize what we have learned about the 3 foods to avoid and the 3 healthy swaps you can start using today. Together, we will look at simple steps you can take to feel stronger, healthier, and more empowered in your journey to prevent breast cancer. Let's review these powerful lessons one more time so you feel ready to put them into action. Before we finish, let's take a moment to review everything we have covered today. You have learned that certain everyday foods can quietly increase your risk for breast cancer. especially after 60. But you have also discovered that small, thoughtful changes can make a powerful difference in protecting your health. We started by looking at flavored yogurts. Even though they are marketed as healthy, they often contain large amounts of hidden sugar. This sugar fuels inflammation and disrupts insulin balance. We saw how Tess Walker, at 61, believed she was making a smart choice each morning, but when she realized how much sugar was in her daily yogurt, she made a simple switch: plain, unsweetened yogurt topped with berries. That one decision helped her stabilize her blood sugar and feel more in control of her health. Then, we discussed processed meats, like ham, bacon, and sausages. These foods contain nitrates and preservatives, classified as carcinogens. By the World Health Organization, they also contribute to chronic inflammation, which plays a role in breast cancer development. Replacing processed meats with lean poultry or steamed fish provides high-quality protein without the hidden dangers. Next, we explored refined carbohydrates, such as white bread and white rice. While they seem harmless, they can trigger blood sugar spikes and promote weight gain over time. Switching to whole grains, like brown rice, oats, and quinoa, delivers fiber, vitamins, and steady energy, all supporting cancer prevention and healthy aging. I know making changes to your diet can feel overwhelming, especially when these foods have been part of your routine for decades. But remember, you do not need to be perfect. You simply need to be consistent. Every small step you take adds up over time and sends a message to yourself that your health and your longevity matter. Tess did not overhaul her diet. In a single day, she began by replacing just one food at a time over a few months. Those small adjustments became habits that improved her energy, stabilized her weight, and gave her confidence. Confidence she was doing everything she could to lower her breast cancer risk. You deserve the same sense of empowerment. You deserve to know that each choice you make is moving you closer to a healthier, stronger future. If this video has inspired you to try one of these swaps, I encourage you to share your thoughts. In the comments below, let us know which food you plan to replace first, or tell us about a healthy recipe you love. Your story could inspire someone else to take that first step toward better health. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe to Healthy Aging so you never miss a tip on nutrition, healthy aging, and cancer prevention. Until next time, remember you have the power to protect your health, one meal at a time.